there's so many people that have been so critical in the Spurs community. I mean, so critical about Taylor Jenkins, like saying, well, Clan, the reason why he got fired is because he's a bad coach. That's why they fired him, for a reason. And I'm like, we're talking about the Memphis Grizzlies here. Like, while they've done a great job of collecting talent and putting depth on their teams, they have not done right by coaches, like, at all. They've been notoriously bad when it comes to coaches. And another thing too, I just don't know what they want out of the coach when your primary star is hurt so often. Like, if you watch the Memphis Grizzlies and when Ja Morant actually is playing, they have him more so like kind of just hanging around the 3-point line, not necessarily ball handling as much as you would expect. But I think part of that is he's always injured. But the other part is you've kind of created a team where you're highly dependent on not having not having Ja Morant, right? Like, he uses everyone on his roster. Like, that's one thing that we brought up. The reason why the Grizzlies are good, or at least their record is good, is because they beat you by attrition. The Grizzlies always just beat you by attrition. They make sure that they have everyone ready to go, and they play everyone on their roster. And I think the reason why they do that is because Ja Morant is always hurt. You have to do it that way. What else are you going to do? You know? No, not really. Wait, I don't know if you're talking about me or not. No, I think you're talking to someone else. If you guys have any thoughts about that, leave it in the chat, because I don't really see why he would be to blame for that. Also, this season, going into the season, Memphis Grizzlies ended up giving him like a bunch of new coaches, which you know this. I mean, looking at the Spurs, we know this. It's actually very beneficial when a head coach can choose his coaches, and the Grizzlies didn't do that. They went and got him some coaches that he didn't necessarily choose, and I'm sure that hurt some things as well, right? I think that hurt a lot. You know, now you have multitude of voices on what you want to do. Everyone needs to jail. You know what I mean? So I'm just not one to have. To me, I think it's a little bit of a logical fallacy to just say, "Hey, this coach got fired, therefore he's a bad coach." I mean, I don't know. Yeah, kind of it logically tracks. Plenty of bad coaches get fired, but this is the NBA we're talking about, right? Like, coaches stay with a team for like half a season and then they're gone. And also, the Memphis Grizzlies getting rid of, and there's nothing that's came out, that's been weird about Jenkins. But so for the Grizzlies to fire a coach right before the playoffs, I'm sorry, guys. I think that speaks more to the coach. I mean, not the coach. I'm sorry. I misspoke. I think that speaks more to the front office. If you're firing a coach right before you hit the playoffs, that is a front office. You do not do that unless there literally is some type of scandal or something insane about to go on. It's not like you fire him and now you're about to go on this mean playoff run. Are you serious? That's not going to happen. It's insane. Yeah, coaches get fired all the time. So it's just bad. I think it's just bad to assume, oh, he's a bad coach, that's why he got fired. He got fired for a reason. You can get fired for a reason, doesn't mean it's a good reason. Lots of things happen for a reason. Doesn't mean it's a good one. You know? He's a good coach, is just what happened behind the scenes. Do you have any more info about what happened behind the scenes? That was a bad firing. Don't know why he was fired. Yeah. I think he's a good coach. Let's see. There are top 5 in the West, and firing your coach, crazy. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Not only are they top 5 in the West, they've actually been, I mean, I think offensive wise, like top 5 in the NBA the past several seasons. Let's see, where were they last season? Last season they were out of the playoffs, sure. Season prior to that, they were second in the West. I don't know. I just think that is very silly to fire this coach. And I saw some people saying, well, he's someone that just can't take you to the glory land. It's like he never has a full team. He has injuries everywhere. And I also saw some Grizzlies fans bringing up the fact that Dylan Brooks was someone that was kind of walking over him. They were like, well, he was just taking so many threes down the stretch, and Jenkins had nothing. Taylor Jenkins didn't do anything about it. And I'm just like, you know what? If he was with the Spurs, that would not be an issue. All right. Sometimes it is a personnel thing. All right. Sometimes it is a personnel thing. I'd rather have them go after Trey. Oh wait, that's another comment. Sorry. Daniel and Donnie, both of you guys, your profile is a D and it's purple, so I thought that it was the same person. He says Ja Morant. Donnie says Ja Morant did not get coach fired. He likes to coach. Was that an assumption? Did someone assume that? Yeah, I don't know, man. The Grizzlies are not that good of a team, and he is maximizing their talent. I've heard that. I heard that too. I've heard people talk about how he's good with less, right? But he's not great with stars. And I'm just like, Ja's never there. Ja's never here. He's never there. How do you know that? He's never there. You have to. I think, me personally, guys, this is what I like. All right. One thing that I bring up my Cowboys a lot because I hate them. Right. One thing about the Cowboys that I despise, and this is how you can tell we just have terrible coaches and our front office doesn't do anything about it because Jerry Jones is all about his ego, is we have to have everything perfect for the Cowboys to make a run to the playoffs for a first round exit. But everything has to be perfect for you to at least get to the playoffs for a first round exit. Every single time. Every player needs to be healthy. Every player needs to be ready to go. And I personally think that's not something that you should say, oh, he's not that great of a coach because he doesn't do enough with Ja. I think that is way more impressive to do more with less. Why would I believe that this coach, Taylor Jenkins, with talent, with the consistent Ja Morant on the squad, wouldn't be able to make that work if he can make players that aren't that great? Now, I'm not trying to like talk trash about the players, but they're not as good as Ja. He can make that work. Why would I assume that he can't make Ja Morant work? You know, like that's such a leap to me. That doesn't make any sense. Popovich, what made Popovich great was when we had stars on the team, like we had our big three, whether they played or not, we were competitive. And when they didn't play, and when, for instance, the season that Tony Parker was out, and he had to start Manu Ginobili, we did a lot with less. The coaches, great coaches, can do a lot with less. Haven't really seen it the other way around, right? Coaches that solely rely on the talent on their team being able to do more when that talent isn't there. I haven't necessarily seen that. Right? Something happened behind the scenes, probably. Or it's just mismanagement from the Grizzlies when it comes to their coach. Nonetheless, I say all that to say this. If the Spurs were to go after Taylor Jenkins, I would be happy. I think it would be a good move. And yeah, Popovich loves him. So that could work. You could I was just about to say that, Adrian. He said if Pop comes back, Jenkins will be an assistant and he will be a head coach. Wait, in Sacramento? Or did you mean San Antonio? Oh, or he will be head coach in Sacramento. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, more than likely, that's what I would hope. I would hope for him to come as an assistant, Popovich get one more year. Maybe, I don't know. I just want Pop to be healthy, honestly. That's all I really care about. But if he can go, sure, whatever. Have Popovich be the coach for a year. You know, we do our send-off. We get to the playoffs. We make a crazy great run. Maybe get it to the second round. Don't quite get there. Pop goes out in a blaze of glory. retires or goes to our front office. He's awesome. He goes to every single game. We love him. We get his autograph. We kiss him on the cheek, all that good stuff. And then we have Taylor Jenkins take off as our head coach, and then we go on that playoff, those true runs. That's what I'm hoping, because I don't know how much more coaching Popovich can do. I'm only hopes we don't get an AI robot coach. Yeah, I agree. Didn't Taylor Jenkins help coach the Austin Spurs at one point? Taylor Jenkins has been connected to our San Antonio Spurs. Let's see. Let's just go to a quick wiki. I cringe when people say, like, oh my gosh, you're using a Wikipedia post. It's like, yeah. Yeah, Wikipedia is a fine source. Even colleges use it now. All right, so this is his history. As you can see, slightly below 500, above 500, above 500, above 500, below 500, above 500. And then it says fired. Look at that. Finish, fired. All right. Wait, where is the history? Coaching career. Here we go. Jenkins interned with the San Antonio Spurs basketball operation department during the 07-08 season. How old was he? I gotta think. Hold on. 23rd. I'm really bad with math, guys. He was 25. I think my math is right. I think it's 25. You're right. Let's see. Austin Toros in 08 to 12. Let's see. And then 2013, he was assistant coach for the Hawks. At 2018, 2019, assistant coach for the Milwaukee Bucks. Wait a minute. Why did I not know this? I don't know basketball. Isn't that their championship year? Wait, did they win? Guys, is that Milwaukee Bucks championship year? Oh, okay, never mind. Oh, that's right. The Raptors won that year. What year did 2021? They won in 21. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. Never mind. I was about to say, I'm about to be a crazy advocate. All right, cool. He did win as assistant coach, he did win the NBA D League. Man, I forgot it was called the D League. 2012. So he's been around. He went to school in Texas, guys. He was born in Texas. This is May for us, okay? He was born in Texas, and then he went to high school at St. Mark's School, Dallas, Texas. So yeah, let's make it happen, bro. Let's make it happen. That's all I have to say. So those people that are, skeptical and saying he got fired for this reason, yada, 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 I'm just not buying it. I'm just not buying it. Unless something comes out and it's something that truly is like, all right, this isn't a guy we want around. I'm not buying that it was a good reason for him to get fired. I think it's a little silly at this point. But yeah.